Hi, I'm Adele Michael, and I'm here with Suzanne Lynch with Accessing Wholeness today on Monday, November 16th, 2020. And I work with women who are successful, but they're getting stopped in some way from taking on the next level of their fulfillment. And I help them unlock those blocks and create new habits that make them even more successful. And I'm so happy to be here with Suzanne, who's going to introduce herself.
Great. Hi, I'm Suzanne Lynch, and I love being here with Adele. I've worked with Adele, and she is fantastic. And together, we came up with this idea, seeing, there's a lot of challenges going on, big, huge challenges, it feels like, in our culture right now. And we started to think about how we could facilitate positive change. And so we knew about the power of our intentions, the powers of our thoughts, and how, the collective, when we come together, we can make a difference. And so that's why we decided to have this Facebook group. And in my work, I'm a health coach. I also have many years been a yoga teacher. I have an online yoga membership, and I teach workshops online. I'm so thrilled to be doing that right now. It is such a fantastic way to come back to your own heart and breathe and move, because the tendency is we all can get very much frozen in anxiety and fear. So things like this that we're doing together can help, and lots of other things can help as well. But I'm really happy in my work to be helping people learn to love themselves more and take better care of themselves. So this morning we were looking at what did we want to hold in the circle? What do we want to focus positive attention on? And it is stopping COVID and protecting medical personnel. And so it feels like our country is facing a few things, but this is the pandemic is such a worldwide, it's like there's such suffering right now. So, and then I have a husband who is a medical worker who has had some close calls. And so I know firsthand the mental exhaustion, that they're dealing with. So the more positive energy we can give to protect medical personnel, the better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, because if any of us get really sick, they're the ones who are going to be taking care of us. So so it kind of goes both ways, right?
We want to keep them healthy, right? And we want to, it's like protecting everyone, right? We're protecting ourselves, but we're maybe sacrificing our short-term fun to protect other people during this transitional time before we get a vaccine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's our intention for today, that we're going to be holding together. And I'd like to tell you how we're going to do this. So I'm going to just guide us into a relaxed state of mind. And then we're going to create, in our imagination, we're going to create a circle of light together. And I have done this for over 20 years, and we've had some pretty remarkable results. So the light is going to come through you to the circle, and then it's going to create into the circle. We'll put our intention of stopping COVID and protecting medical personnel in this country and all over the world, really. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else but just to sit with that. And Suzanne's going to time us for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There is no wrong way to do this. You may see things, you may feel things, you just may know things, or you just might enjoy being in the light because the light's coming through you. And if there's a person or a situation that you would like to put in the circle, please go ahead and add them in. And if there's anyone that you know would enjoy doing this, and is concerned about COVID and medical personnel, please put them in the circle, the outer ring of the circle. I have had people say,
Oh,
but please put me in the circle. I want to meditate with you.
right. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyone, because it's all in the imagination, we're all connected anyway. So this is just another way to connect and go deeper. And what research has shown is that it not only affects the situation and the people that you're holding the positive intention for, it affects you because that light is coming through you. So
Right.
who knows what that might do for you. So Suzanne, would you set the timer? Oh, the other thing is, if you're not live with us and you're watching this later, meditate with us, because it will work, because there is no time in the imaginal realms, which is where we're going.
Right. That's so great, Adele. Okay.
Okay. Good. Thank you. So just if you feel like closing your eyes, do. If you don't, just create a soft focus so that your brain can relax. Sometimes it helps to look up. That puts us in a natural alpha wave, which is a slower mind wave, brain wave, and that's where things can happen when we're not in our little monkey mind, right? So close your eyes or make a soft focus. Take a nice deep breath, breathing in the fresh day and breathing out anything that wants to go. Breathe in another nice deep breath. And as you breathe out, feel your energy tapping into the earth, feeling yourself grounded, settled, here and present. And another nice deep breath in, bringing in the light from the universal source into your body, and exhaling anything that wants to go. So now imagine that there is a circle of people you know, people you don't know, people that are concerned about our world. And imagine holding hands with them. And the circle can be big or little. We know that if two or more are gathered together, then energy and support is with us. And now imagine that there is a light descending from the universal center down into your head, coming into your body. And there is a grounded energy coming up from the earth into your tailbone and coming up into your body. And these two energies, the light and the groundedness, meet and mix and mingle and form a very vibrant whole for you, a holistic energy for you. And the light and the groundedness are becoming more vibrant, more bright, more brilliant. And it's becoming so intense that it wants to leave and go to the next person. And it does. It moves out your right hand into their left hand and all the way around the circle, coming back to you into your left hand. Just see that light getting brighter, more brilliant, more healing on all levels. And as the light circles around, it creates an energy of healing. And into the middle of the circle, we place our intention that COVID stops and that medical personnel around the world are protected. And anyone or anything else that you would like to put into the circle, you can, including yourself. You can be in the outer circle and you can be in the inner circle as well. And the light is healing, it's self intelligent. You don't have to do anything but witness. And we're going to hold this intention until Suzanne tells us we're done. And whether you see, feel, know, or hear things, or you just enjoy sitting in the light, it's all good.
Here we are, and you can keep your eyes closed, and I'm gonna just bring us out with a blessing. All right. Sorry, you guys. Just a second. Good. Okay. So breathe in a blessing on the skies above your head and your visions of creativity, goals, desires, and your future. And release your breath on an exhale of gratitude. Breathe in a blessing on the ground beneath your feet and all of the creatures seen and unseen who form your local community. Release your breath on an exhale of gratitude. Breathe in a blessing on your physical body and release your breath on an exhale of gratitude. You may say aloud or silently the words, "Thank you." And you can open your eyes, right?
Thank you, Suzanne. And you can imagine just dropping hands and the light coming into you and staying with all the other people in the circle and with our intention for today. But thank you.
Yes.
How was that for you?
Well, I realized it was a really good intention because I myself, I was feeling afraid for some of my loved ones. And so felt so good to put them in the circle and to really just let the light protect them. And also, it just felt like the circle could be pretty big. It felt pretty big. And this, I like this word stop COVID, like stopping the spread. It was just like this containment. So it felt really good.
Good.
We were doing it. Yeah. How about you?
I had two images that came to mind. One was seeing the curve just go graphs. We see the curve going like that. And then I saw the medical personnel all around the world without their PPE.
Oh, nice.
And yelling and jumping down, up and down because there had been no reported cases for the last 6 months. It felt really great. It felt great.
Yeah, that was wonderful. So I really, really appreciated our intention today. It was good.
Yes. Me too. And thank you so much for joining us. And we will be back next Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern here on Accessing Wholeness. Have a great week.
Great.